City.
Very moving moment for all of us watching it here, and I'm very glad to bring in Tim Brown now, who's been a good friend of this program, and he's a retired New York firefighter and 9/11 survivor himself. Tim, welcome.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
It's good to have you with us today. You know, remind everybody where you were on that day.
Right. Originally, I was in 7 World Trade Center, and the first plane went over our roof and smashed into the North Tower. We were unsure at that time that whether it was a terrorist attack or a mistake. But certainly, when the second plane came in, you know, we all realized that we were under attack.
Yeah, collectively, all of us,
yeah.
You know, no matter where everyone was, and the president as well, as we were just talking to Andy Card, the whole nation knew in the same instant that we were under attack. And what did you do at that moment?
Well, we went over to Tower 2, myself and Chief Burns from the fire department, and he had ordered a 5th alarm for the second tower. And we conversed a little bit as we were running over to establish that command post. I was grabbed by a civilian who said there were people trapped in an elevator. And sure enough, we went around the corner, and you could see into the shaft of the elevator, and you could see the people's feet in the car at the top. And the elevator pit underneath them was on fire with jet fuel, so they were getting cooked like they were in a barbecue.
Whoa.
We grabbed a bunch of fire extinguishers. We tried to fight the fire to no avail. Some firemen showed up, actually my friend, firefighter Mike Lynch, and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "Timmy, I got it. We'll get them out." And he might as well have had angel's wings at that moment. They found Mike's body along with the people in the elevator a few weeks later. One woman recounted later on how the fireman with the red 4 in his helmet had saved her. So we know that Mike got at least one of the people out of the elevator, which is a happy story. And that's, you know, Mayor Giuliani says it was the worst day of his life and also the best day of his life. And I think that's right, because there were so many heroic actions by the police officers and firefighters that day.
You feel like it was a miracle that you survived.
Absolutely. The little area where I wound up when the South Tower collapsed was actually the area damaged in the '93 bombing. And when the iron workers rebuilt it, they used great American pride, and they used steel much too big. And that area where it was kind of a cocoon where we survived, and I believe that I was directed to that spot, and that the iron workers had built a place of safety for us.
So 10 years later now, we sit here, and as you go about the city, the firefighters have been they've been visited by so many tourists who come to New York.
Right.
For the past decade. I thought it was very interesting to walk by the firehouses this week and to see how they are getting ready for today. Did they dread this day? Did they welcome it in a way where they could say hello again to lost friends? I'd imagine the emotions have been all over the spectrum.
Yeah, and I think that's probably true. I don't think there's a general emotion of the firefighters other than a very somber and really very sad remembrance. You know, we live every day to save people's lives. There are fire trucks running around New York City right now with their lights and sirens on, trying to help people. And when you can't save everyone, it's hurtful to us. When you know, just in a fire in the Bronx or in Brooklyn, and you know, you couldn't go get the kid and you failed in your mission, that's hurtful to us. So for us to lose 343 is very painful, especially when it's that personal. In special operations in the New York City Fire Department, we lost nearly 100 guys in special operations, and that was 1/3 of the command.